This video is a part of a multi-part series, and I recommend that you watch part 1 and part 2, which will be linked in the description before you watch this edition. On the planet of Hoth, after being freed from the Spire in the world of Stygian Prime, Princess Leia lathered together a small squad of rebel soldiers to accompany her to the planet of Tatooine in hopes of finding the Jedi her father hoped she could locate a year ago, Obi-Wan Kenobi. The rebellion was in desperate need for more assistance, and Leia turned to Jedi. But little did she know, Darth Vader had also learned of Kenobi's whereabouts. A dire race to the legendary Jedi had begun. Leia loaded her troops into a rebel transport and made way for Tatooine. Leia could feel that danger may lie ahead, but couldn't figure out why she was having this feeling. She began to think about all the rebellion had lost since their first victory at the Battle of Scarif, and even then the losses were great. She attempted to look forward to the future, a future that consisted of Kenobi and any other Jedi they could find rallying and taking the fight to the Empire. As she sat deep in thought, a soldier approached her and informed her that they had made it to the planet of Tatooine. The transport landed in the Mos Eisley spaceport. She stepped off the ship wearing a hooded cloak to avoid being recognized by Imperial troops or spies. She was being flanked by her honor guards, who were on extremely high edge due to them being on the planet of Tatooine. Leia wasn't fazed by this, only focused on finding Kenobi. She began asking around, trying to ask people if they had seen anyone by the name of Kenobi. She was soon led to a cantina, where she asked the bartender about the name Kenobi. He informed her that he'd seen him before, but not any time lately. Leia worries about this response, and asks if he knows where Kenobi lives. Bartender tells her that he lives somewhere in the mountains, in a small hut. Leia and her troops make way for the mountains, hoping this leads them to Kenobi. Meanwhile, aboard Vader's Superstar Destroyer, the Dark Lord prepares to officially end the hunt for his old master. He has the Stormtrooper with the call sign TK-1754 brought to the bridge. This will be Luke Skywalker. Luke approaches the side of his father and asks him what will happen next. What will happen when they find Kenobi? Vader stood silently for a moment and then spoke.
Kenobi has avoided me since the end of the Clone Wars, and now his fate is sealed. Today we'll see the end of Kenobi.
Luke looked out towards the window that was facing empty space. An officer stationed to the bridge called out to Vader. Lord Vader, we are prepared for the jump to hyperspace. Vader told them to set course for Tatooine. While Vader and his forces were on the way to the planet, Leia and her troops found an old hut in the mountain region of Tatooine. They called out into the hut, asking if anybody was there. They were about to leave before a voice called them, saying, "Wait." They turned to see an old man walk out, hunched with a cane. He invited them in, telling them, "Come closer, my friends. I won't hurt you." Leia was shocked to see how much Kenobi had aged, much unlike the description of what her father had told her. Leia stepped inside while she told her troops to stay outside. Kenobi asked her to sit down. He told her that she looked familiar. She told him that she was Leia Organa, daughter of an old friend of his, Bail. Kenobi walked over to get himself a drink and said, "Ah, yes, now I remember you. In fact, I was there when you were born, all those years ago. The best person to hold you, actually." Leia smiled and said that she thinks she remembers that as well, and then asked why he was here on Tatooine, of all the places he could choose to hide. Kenobi told her that he was protecting something very important, but it got away without him knowing. Now he's just waiting for his time to be up, meditating, and studying an old practice his master had started. Leia then pleaded with Kenobi, told him about the situation at hand. The Rebel Alliance was in desperate need of Jedi assistance, and that she hoped Kenobi would be the first to answer the call. Kenobi sat, almost with a disappointed look, and told her that he was much too old to do anything like that. Then a rebel soldier entered the hut, and told Leia that an Imperial Star Destroyer has exited from hyperspace above the planet, and that it belonged to Vader. Kenobi sat down and began to contemplate what was about to happen. He grabbed Leia and told her that he knew somebody that could help. He said, "Go to the Dagobah system. Look for Yoda, and hurry before it's too late." Leia asked what would happen to Kenobi, but he only told her to leave, and quickly. Vader's Star Destroyer halted over the planet as Imperial transports, TIE fighters, TIE bombers, and probe droids flooded from its hangars. The Dark Lord looked silent as he stared out at his homeworld. The memories of pain and sorrow flooded his mind more than usual as an officer called out to Vader. "Sir, our search for Kenobi is beginning now. What should we do if we find him?" Vader told him to keep him alive. He wishes to execute him personally. Leia down below boarded her transport and took off before the Empire could shut down the space around the planet. Imperial troops saw the vessel take off and reported it back to the Star Destroyer. the trooper appeared on a holocron before Vader. "Lord Vader, a transport just took off from the Mos Eisley spaceport. It was a GR-75 model, a rebel transport, sir." Vader responded,
"Prepare for my arrival, Lieutenant. And for your sake, you should hope that Kenobi was not aboard that ship."
He turned to Luke and told him that their moment of vengeance is near. This was part 3 of the What If Luke Joined the Imperial Academy series, and I'm glad that those who have watched it have enjoyed the series so far. If you haven't seen part 1 or 2, both of them will be linked in the description below. And be sure to leave a like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Also, stay tuned because part 4 for this series will be uploaded soon. Until the next time, may the force of others be with you.